You guys, I'm going back to school, is what I would say. Living in Florida during the month of August, all the kids are going back to school. And so it got me thinking, back in the day, I used to not wear makeup like at all. But what if I did? Or what would be my go-to makeup look? And so I created that today. Everything that I'm featuring in today's video is from the drugstore. It's all affordable, accessible to everyone. And by the way, this makeup look you can create in 10 minutes because it's so freaking easy. I've had teens in my home and they would take a whole hour to apply their makeup. Like, what? Who has that time first thing in the morning? This is gonna be perfect for beginners. This is gonna be perfect for your preteens. This is going to be perfect for literally every day, but it's also perfect for you and myself. Anyone that's adulting, you have 10 minutes and you have to walk out the door. We're gonna dive on in, but make sure you hit that like button and you are subscribed to the channel. Now let me show you how easy this was. Let's see if I can tone down the creativity for this kind of video. It has to be more elevated than everyday makeup, but also it can't be like full on glam. Vamos a ver. Okay, these are all products of my choice, products that are like tried and true and I've fallen in love with. Pero everything will be listed and linked. But Nana, are you almost done? Listed and linked below. I am going to begin with my primer. So here's the thing, when I went to school as a whole, I was literally gonna tell you guys, like, it wasn't that long ago. I would like to say that it wasn't, but it was. I think I lost track. I think it's been almost 20 years that I've been, 20 years? No, over 20 years that I have been out of school. So think about it. Back then, it wasn't normal for you to go to school with a full face of makeup. Things are very, very different today. And I'm learning to accept that. That was the primer. I'm going to go in with foundation, which I forgot if this is no, it's a little darker, pero está bien, we're gonna make it happen. So this here is Tan Neutral 41, the soft glam. It's a little darker, pero está bien. The younger me had no idea what reverse contouring was, but the older me does. So we're in a safe place. And for this case, I will blend out with a brush because I don't want like heavy coverage. I want lighter coverage for sure. But this foundation is really pretty. So you can either use a brush or a sponge. And to be fair, first thing in the morning, girl, I would always wake up so late to go to school. Like I was always the last one out the door. To this day, I'm always the last one out the door. So who has time to like go wet a sponge, make sure it's like perfect, wring out the water, the whole thing? No, I need to grab whatever's in front of me and be able to apply. By the way, my brushes are clean, okay? And I only applied a little bit and I still have some on the back of my hand. Then I'm gonna go in with just a teeny tiny amount of my True Match. A little bit here, a little bit here, some here. You know what I'm gonna do here just to balance out the foundation. And I'm gonna press that in. Super lightweight. And under the eye, kids don't necessarily have bags, girl. So we're gonna go really natural under the eyeball. That's why we only did a little dot, but y'all know I typically would apply more concealer for the brightening and the lift and coverage. You know what I wanted to do now that I'm talking to you guys about this? Let me apply the bronzer. I'm gonna go in with the bronzer and contour by the e.l.f. This one is in light medium. I wanted to talk to you guys. I forgot. Do you ever have a moment where you become a space cadet and you completely forgot what you were gonna say? That's happening to me right now. All right, so I feel like I went left field, like left field with my thought process. So we're just gonna move on. I think I kind of remember. I was thinking, right? Because I'm limited with my friends and stuff. I thought it would be so fun to come on here and do like, I don't know, like opinion videos. There's always something going on in the beauty and lifestyle world. I'm actually gonna use the same brochita. I only did a little bit. I just need to add a little extra dimension. So I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll do a series if it works out where I give you guys like honest thoughts. When you're doing a beauty video, sometimes it's kind of hard to explain the product, why you're doing what you're doing, and then also give like opinion about what's happening in the beauty and lifestyle world. So I was talking to Juan about stuff that's happening like in the beauty industry and social media and stuff like that, like Euphoria shut down, and I, you know, had opinions. So I was telling him my opinion on that. I was also telling him about like brand trips that I've seen stuff happening. I told him like I avoid talking about it on video, and he's like, but why? And I'm like, I don't know. You know, I have the right to my opinion, but I don't know. I just feel like there's a time and place for everything. And although this is a great place for it, if I'm doing a tutorial, it's not a place for it. You know what I mean? So I thought about it, and I was like, maybe I should start doing like fun videos where we see what's happening and we talk about it. Let me know what you guys think. Now I'm gonna go in with a blush. I'm doing a lot of creams. I love creams and liquids. If you have really oily skin, then powders are gonna be your best friend. Before setting the under eye, I am gonna go in with a blush. I'm going pretty bright because I want it to balance out. We're gonna do that trick that I showed you guys, the trend that I'm all over, which is wrapping around to the side of the eye like so, and see how it brightens it up. Super pretty. And then once I apply powder, everything else brightens up a little bit as well and balances. So far we've already done our concealer, our foundation, primer, our bronzing, our blush, and of course it would be a lot faster if I wasn't talking. I love that concealer, by the way, porque mira, I haven't even set it and there's no creasing. I am gonna kind of go like this as a just in case, but no creasing. Then I'm gonna go in with this baby, but we're not baking because this is supposed to be lightweight, and you saw a little bit goes a very long way. I'm not over applying anything. Now I'm gonna go into this big ass fluffy brush, and I'm gonna use the Wet n Wild. I think I paid like $3. Okay, so far everything is affordable and it's gonna stay that way. The Bare Focus, this is technically a finishing powder, but I love it because there's no shimmer in it, and this one is in light medium. I'm gonna take this, right, boom, big old fluffy brush, and I'm literally just doing this. It's not picking up a lot. You can kind of dust some off, but I am pressing this onto the skin to lightly set. I'm gonna go again. Doesn't really pick up a lot. I'm gonna do the same thing, and then I'm gonna look up. A brush is going to apply the smallest amount of powder. It's going to set your skin, and it's not gonna make it look heavy, which I love. If you watch my stuff consistently, you know this is different. Like I always use a velvet sponge, or a velvet sponge, right? For the eyebrows, this is the most affordable one I owned. I had the e.l.f. pero se me rompió. So we have 0 to brow. I'm going to remove the excess. All I want to do is fill in the sparse areas. But I will grab this spoolie and kind of blend that in. I have to let it dry down, but I just want to make it look a little fuller. Keeping the brows nice and simple. Let me do the other one real quick. All right, I'm combing through. Y'all notice one brow is fuller than the other always, but I'm gonna leave her alone because we're being quick. We don't have time to look for a primer. Y'all know I love my Level Up primer. I am going to apply my concealer, which works for what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pat that down with my concealer brush, and for an accessible and affordable eyeshadow palette, we're gonna go with this one, which y'all already know. I'm not even gonna like talk too much about it. You already know how I feel about her. We are going to create the most everyday like wearable eye look, so it'll look like we did something without doing too much. I'm taking this natural shade and like tapping it onto the crease and all over the lid. For this look, you're literally going to need like 2 shades. So we went into that cream shade. I'm gonna dip into this deeper shade. I'm gonna tap out. It's more of like a bronzer shade really, but it's perfect for this outer corner. We are going to press her and then buff her in, but we're not gonna go all the way in. You're gonna keep her like here and here. So this outer V here, you don't wanna surpass the center of the eye. So I'm just kind of keeping it right there. I've seen so many comments from people saying, hey, I'm just getting back into makeup and I'm learning about application tools, primers, and all that good stuff. So this is like a great tutorial for you if you fall into that category. I'm gonna curl my lash. And you guys, if you want to add a little extra pizzazz, right? Say that you're like, no, I don't want it to look super basic. You can add a third color. That's perfectly fine. You can dip into the deeper brown or the black. I will dip the very tip of my brush onto the black and drag that as close to the lash line as possible. Again, not being precise or anything, just going really lightweight and blending that out. And that definitely adds to the look with minimal effort. I am going to do the Colossal Bubble because I feel like I haven't showed her enough love lately. And I did take this to Texas and I loved her. So for this, I am going to fan out my lashes. I'm not going to over apply on the actual length of the lash. I just kind of want to comb them and sculpt them really quickly. I'm going to allow this eye to pretty much set. And then because I want a little bit of extra drama on the base, I'm not showing you anything, it's just my eye is itchy. I want a little bit of drama on the base of my lash. I'm gonna look down and I'm not moving it, I'm pressing the wand onto the base of my lashes. It's not even getting on the waterline, like the top waterline, but what it is doing is it's building close to the base of my lashes, making it look a lot thicker. And you see what I'm saying? Like, you have length, they look clean and pretty, but also the base of my lashes look deeper, almost like they're fuller. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. And by the way, if you use a black mascara, it's going to look a lot deeper. This is not the black, this is the brown black, so it's definitely lighter than the black one, but I wanted to show you my point. Like, you can do everyday wearable and still look done up. For the lips, I want something that's long wear. I thought I lost these, so I started to freak out just a little bit. They were in my purse. I'm gonna use the Maybelline Lifter Liner. Love this formula. I will purchase more and get backups because they're really good. Now, here's the thing. You're an adult and you're creating this look every day real quick. Yes, glam up the lip. Make it bold. Make it happen. It'll look amazing. However, when you're a child, let's diffuse that. Let's try to make it a little more age appropriate. So I'm gonna lightly buff this out. I'm gonna do the same thing at the top. The only thing is, these lip liners set and they don't move all day, which is crazy but amazing. You see how it started setting already? So I have to work fast. And then I'm gonna apply one of the Teddy tints. I'm not sure which one. I think we're gonna go a little on the light side. These are like clouds, nice and soft. I don't recommend you over apply them because when you do, it can get a little weird. These are great on the cheeks as well, but it's pretty, it's lightweight. They smell nice, kind of sweet. I'm also gonna diffuse that. These will last a really long time too. Again, they get weird and they look weird and they feel weird if you over apply, but look how pretty that is. It gives like a blurring effect on the lips. I think I wanna go in with a highlight. So I'm gonna use MCO Beauty Highlight in Glow. The shade is the shade Champagne Glow. I'm gonna add a little bit of precision. I usually would use this brush for concealing, but I'm not trying to go red carpet ready. I just want to look like lit from within and healthy. I'm gonna take a little bit and apply it up here. I think this is the most natural my brows have been in forever. But to be fair, if I was going back to school, like today, I'm not, but you know, if I was, with the makeup that's available, I would totally do this makeup look every single day. You look put together. It's pretty. Buff that out, buff this out, get the tip of the nose. And because I've always been myself, I will grab a domed little pencil brush. I'm gonna tap some of that highlight on the inner corner. I don't want it to be dramatic, so I am gonna diffuse it, but it does open up the eye and it makes it look a little more cohesive. See, so when the light hits it, it adds a little something. Okay, so we're looking pretty natural. We're looking good, but is this going to last? Because I'm already glowy. It's going to last because I'm gonna use a setting spray that features a formulation that has powder in it. Spray it real quick to make sure that you're not gonna get like clusters of powder, and then set your skin. And just like that, I am ready to go to school, is what I would say. Remember, all of the items I featured in today's video will be listed and linked below if you guys are interested. And I really hope you left your feedback, your thoughts on today's look and the idea of the video in the comment section. Now, you know we can't go anywhere without saying hello and thank you to our channel members, the G Squad, an amazing group of people who are joining channel memberships and are supporting the channel at a higher level. If you're ever interested in joining, all you have to do is hit the join button below and you're good to go. Our daily shout out to the community spotlight, who YouTube is highlighting for supporting the channel by watching my videos all the way through, hitting the like button and commenting. Y'all are amazing and I really appreciate you. I really hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you've made it all the way through, you are a real one. Thank you so much and I will see you guys on the next video.